The following is instructions on how to complete the midterm. What you're going to do is you're going to start off with the project that you completed in Module 4, the Design Project Part 2, Layout, Roadway and Lot. So if you have not done that, you need to complete this assignment first before you can even start on the midterm. Once you've completed the assignment 2, the Design Project Part 2, Layout, Roadway, and Lot, you'll have to use this information to continue and finish the midterm. So I've created a set of instructions for you to use for the midterm. So here it says you have to start with the Design Project Part 2, Layout, Roadway, and Lot in Module 4. That's what I've just explained. And then as a recap, you must have 2 entrances into your design project, one off of Deer Run and the other off of Tucker Avenue. When laying out the lots, think about your lot dimensions. You have 2 different types of dimensions that you're allowed to use, 50 by 100 or 40 by 90. Where you also need to determine where you're going to create your pond. Typically this is 15% of the land tract, and where you're going to have to have open space. The open space is about 20%. As I stated before, your entrances have to be off Deer Run and Tucker Ave. 1 entrance off of Deer Run, 1 entrance off of Tucker Ave. When you locate the entrance off of Deer Run, it needs to be in the middle of the property. So in between the two northern roadways that are located to the north. You are not to impact the wetlands that are listed on the project, and you do not impact the existing surface waters. The minimum centerline road radius cannot be less than 50 feet. Again, the minimum centerline road radius can't be less than 50 feet. Now, when we normally do design, we start with the centerline of the road and then offset out. The minimum, and this is what I mean by use the offset command on the road's centerline to create right-of-ways. So once you find and delineate your centerline of your road, then you're going to offset it, use the offset command to create the right-of-way lines. You have 2 different types of roadway sections. One's going to be a 50-foot right-of-way, so it's going to be 25 feet offset one direction and 25 on another. Now you have to have parallel parking in your project also, so the 56.5 right-of-way shows the parallel parking. So you're going to offset 25 on one side and 31.5 on the other. And then you're going to create the edge of pavement, back of curb, grass area, the sod area, and then the sidewalk using your offset commands. Make sure you put your lines on the correct layers. So there's videos in the Module 4 Design Project 2 Layout, Roadway, and Lot. So look at those because you'll need those. You'll need to create surfaces, and that video shows you how to do that. Now, once you have your project designed, or if you've already designed it and I've reviewed it, then continue on for the midterm exam. So this is what you have to do. You're going to dimension all lots length only. So you can review assignment Practice Design Project 1 Civil 3D for reference. Now what I've also done is created a example of each sheet that I want you all to create and submit for to upload to Canvas for a grade. All right, so the dimensions on all lots, length only. So you can review these assignments for your reference. I also want you to dimension the right-of-way line and the center lines. Give the lots, give lot numbers to all the lots. Label where the open space is to be accounted for. Label where the proposed storm pond is to be located. Create street names. Now I want to show you what that kind of looks like. So here's an example of a previous midterm. So this was the lot layout. It is the dimension sheet. You will create a dimension sheet. So here's the dimensions on each one of the lots, and then the actual outside of the lot, or outside of the property boundary, you have bearings and distances, you have center line bearings and distances, you have right-of-way line bearings and distances. I've labeled where the open space tract, I have a pond tract, I have a future development tract. and I have another pond tract, and then I have open space over here. You need to give them street names. I came up with Engineering Ave and Geomatics Court. You all can create your own names. Like I said, the excuse me, the minimum radius of the center line is 50 feet, and the minimum radius of the right-of-way line is 25 feet. That does not mean that the right-of-way line has to be 25 feet everywhere. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for as an example of the dimension plan. So next on the instructions, create alignments for all roadway center lines. You can review this example, the Practice Design Project 2 Civil 3D, for reference. And what that means is I want the dimensions, I want these to be turned into alignments and dimensioned. Notice that I start at 10 plus 0, 0, and then as it ends with 28 plus something, I come back over here and I start this dimension. Oops, it's actually on, my bad, that didn't print. You can see that I started this dimension at 30 plus 0, 0. Okay, so start at 10 plus 0, 0 and see what it ends up at, and then take it to the next equal or even station equation. If it ends at 28, start at 30. If it ends at 38, start at 40 on the next one. These can be changed if there's an error, no worries. Next instructions. So use the assignments, and when I'm talking about the assignments, these are the assignments that are already listed in your modules. So as soon as it switches back, so you can use the Practice Design Project 1. You can use the Practice Design Project 2, 3, and Practice Design Project 4 in the following, how to complete the following parts of the midterm. So the next part of it is, after you create the alignments, you're going to create a surface profile and an existing profile. Again, you've done this in the previous assignments. You're going to create assemblies for your roadways, and you're going to create corridors for your proposed roadways. Reminder, attach the roadway to the proposed roadway profile, not the existing roadway. Okay, and what that means is when you create the profiles, you're going to be creating these plan and profile sheets. So you have a proposed profile, and then you have the existing profile. Now on the proposed profile, this is where you're going to attach your corridor on this one, so you can create a surface. All right, so once you create the surface for all your roadways, you're going to label the front lot grade elevation based on your proposed corridor surfaces, and then you're going to label the drainage type A or B for each lot. Lastly, you'll be creating these sheets that I'm showing you. The grading plan, so here's all the spot grades on the front lots, and here is the type of drainage. So these are all A's, and note these over here that are near the ponds are B's. Okay, so you're going to be putting spot grades on the front lot grades, and you're going to be telling me what type of drainage pattern that each lot follows. So once you get done, you're going to create a dimension plan and upload it. You're going to create a grading plan and upload it. Notice that on the dimension plan, there is no contours, but on the grading plan, there are contours. And in the plan and profile, you have the contours on and the proposed contours, and you've got the lot information. Now, when you go to print these, when you print them, let me go to my, when you go to print this, you go plot, because you may not have the proper pen settings. What I want you to use is go use the monochrome. And if that doesn't look good, then I want you to use the grayscale. Try those two colors when you print, either the grayscale or the monochrome. All right. So again, you're going to be creating similar sheets that I created. Go back to here. that I've created here. You're going to have plan and profile sheets. This one has 2 because I had to rotate. This is the plan and profile for this sheet here. So I had to create 2 sheets. So that's why it has 2 pages to create it from beginning to end. And I have a dimension plan, and I have the grading and drainage plan. All right. If you have any questions, send me a message via email, and good luck on the test. I forgot to mention, I need your CAD files with this. So once you upload your PDFs, your dimension plan, grading plan, and the plan and profile sheets, go ahead and upload the CAD file of your midterm/design project.